You see that this is empty plates.
Yes.
And I hope that they will empty forever. Just only these guys.
These are the guys that have already lost their lives. These could soon be filled.
This is the real threat Ukraine now faces. More soldiers dying in battles with Russia, something the country's new defence minister, appointed just a month ago, tells me he's struggling with.
In Russia, they will have also the same places. For what reason, for what sake, Russians will die? For what?
Across the border, the Kremlin calls these its regular winter drills. Ukraine says there are now about 95,000 Russian troops within striking distance. US intel indicates that will rise to 175,000. But even that, the defence minister tells me, is an underestimate.
175, it's not enough to go to Ukraine.
You think Russia will need more than
Yes,
175?
sure.
How much more is unclear. But these latest satellite images from Russia suggest Moscow is now engaged in an unprecedented build-up near the Ukrainian frontier, enough to mount an overwhelming invasion, alarming the US and NATO, although Ukrainian officials seem calm at what looks like an imminent threat.
I would say that the different means that we are not in a fear mood. So we have no chance to be on this pushing of this.
But you're not fearful of a Russian invasion? Is that because you don't believe the intelligence? That
No.
you don't believe Russia is going to
We
invade?
believe to our intel. We believe to all facts that was fixed by United States intel and etc.
But do you believe
this is
Russia
not
will
the last
invade?
decision.
Do you believe Russia will invade?
I'm not believe that I will not believe that Russian will have a victory in Ukraine. It's a different, because it will be a really bloody massacre, and Russian guys also will come back in the coffins. Yes.
Та командувач військово-морських сил Збройних сил України.
There's also a belief in Ukraine that Russia, which denies plans to invade, can, with the help of the United States and its allies, still be deterred. This is the defense minister inducting 2 new coastal patrol boats from the US into the Ukrainian Navy. Part of a much broader military modernization program Ukraine is trying to carry out with support from the West, angering Moscow. Ukraine's growing ties with NATO and Kremlin demands for NATO expansion to be curbed is set to dominate President Biden's virtual summit with Vladimir Putin of Russia on Tuesday. A crucial online meeting that could determine Ukraine's fate. The US president, the defense minister tells me, should double down on support for Ukraine.
If I can advise to President Biden, please, I would like to ask him to very understandable articulate to Mr. Putin that no red lines from Kremlin side could be here. Red line is here in Ukraine, and civilized world will react without any hesitation. We don't need the American or Canadian soldiers here to fighting for Ukraine. We will fight by ourselves, but we need modernization of weaponry. We need electronic warfare, and etc. etc.
The problem with America and NATO and others stepping up their help, their assistance for Ukraine, is that it could potentially provoke the Kremlin even further. It could be poking the bear and force them to invade. Is that a concern for you? Do you think that's realistic?
The idea don't provoke Russian will not work. I'm sure.
Why?
Because Georgia, Salisbury, Crimea.
So you think confrontation with Russia is the only way to stop Russia's malign activity around the world?
It could be not only confrontation. It could be it should be strong position. We are partners of Ukraine. We will help them in all kind of ways to do it.
And the Kremlin will hear that and it will understand that and it will stop.
I'm sure.
But it is a high-stakes gamble, with no guarantee such a hard line from the White House to the Kremlin will do anything to force Russia back.